Hello everyone, we're continuing on from last time, where we finally had the first court date, which I thought was going to be the end of it, to where we were able to present enough evidence that Juan de Querido, well, which isn't even his actual name, I kind of forgot what his actual name was, he was a detective and whatnot, so we were able to look around for other things. So, I kind of actually forgot where I wanted to go from last time, because this is a different recording session, so I might not entirely know where to go at the moment. But I'll start with the... let's see, who do I know? Never mind, I can't check it. Let's go to the halls, and then I'll check my evidence and such, since it won't cost us a day, fortunately. That's strange, I don't see the flower girl. Do you think I'm gonna scare her off? Yada yada. Oh, that's right, I'm gonna have to remember their voices too. I kinda... dang it, I couldn't check the evidence or anything. Like, man, I could have, but I just kept skipping through the end of it. Anyway, alright, so we'll go to the Emporium. Welcome to Landers Hagerslag's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. Which I think we did this before, but I might as well do it again to kind of get back into the voiceovers. I am Lander Hagerslag, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers. Very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but, well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop. For pity's sake, restrain yourself, Sparrowson. Oh, but I am rambling, aren't I? So are you, messieurs, here to buy chocolate? Yes! No. We're actually here to buy on business, monsieur. Business? First thing first. We believe that this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh, yes. That is indeed the trademark Hagerslag wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagerslag chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask, Monsieur Hagerslag? Right. Let's start with this one. Ask nicely. I mean, I could interrogate, but I'm not sure if that'll get good answers, so let's ask nicely. Is there any chance that your product could have been contaminated? Absolutely not, monsieur. I stand by my claim that my chocolate is the finest in all of Paris. I go to great lengths to ensure that the highest quality is ensured. Any contaminations would be terrible for business, you understand? I see. Was there something else you wanted to ask? Who bought the chocolate? Blah, blah, blah. Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hagerslag? I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you a description of the name of the person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, that I could probably do, monsieur. Let me think. Who to ask about? Now, I think I might need to ask about Major Howell. Let's see, do I have anyone else? Nah, most likely the best option would be Major Howell. Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Major Howell? No, monsieur. Are you sure? Yes, monsieur. I have served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory. What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead? Not necessarily. It just means that Major Howell didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There is still a possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we want to find. I see. I did once serve a high-ranking officer in the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear the story. No, I don't want to hear the story. Let me think. Who to ask about? And then, to my memory, he didn't. And I don't think she did either. I wonder. Have you ever served a Pokemon of the... Oh, I think I asked this before and he said no. No, monsieur. Let me think. Huh? Have you ever served a Sparrowson swan? No, monsieur. What are you thinking, Hagen? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. If she were the chocolate fiend, then our investigation would have become much simpler. But since she's not... So there goes one day already. Shoot. So only have 2 more days after this. Once again, find themselves in the past. So which exhibit are we visiting today? Maybe the Tibere. I think we found everything valuable. Okay, so what we do next? That's the building. Did you want to ask him about something? Nothing in particular. I just wanted more details on. Dang it! So I wasted 2 days in a row. I might have to do this over again. Which is unfortunate, but I'd rather not waste days if I can help it. Wait, hey. Huh. No, it's not actually. But anyway, I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got 1 day until trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Leonard Couture. Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing some crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, you know Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure what the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that might provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. Heh, I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago. Sparrowson? Sparrowson? Oh, so maybe there wasn't anything I could do between those 3 days. Well, I could still get the feeling there was, but anyway. Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lowering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what the poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There's the matter of the bill. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm 1 partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You! I finally found you! Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. All right, I'll step forward. It will be the last thing you ever see. Ouch. Well, it sounds like we got knocked out. And I got jumped in the river. Au revoir, JJ Falcon. Blub? What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Blah 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 blah. Did it work? Ah, dame Cataline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. I don't need to be lectured by a murderer. I'm the murderer. Why, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron Rugal on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of the way, Severine. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Is that the... I can't remember what voice I gave him. Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather. I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? What? No. I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, Monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. I still feel like I wasted those 2 days. Come on, Monsieur. Wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Ugh. My head. Where am I? The Pont des Arts. You know, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the Seine. You nearly broke my rod doing it, too. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer, Gero Falcon, or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January, at around 9 o'clock in the morning, by my reckoning. 21st? 9 o'clock? Oh no, the trial. I should have been at the Cour d'Assises. 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late. Better take it easy, Monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprit it. In your condition? That would be stupid. Take a seat. Clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, Monsieur. At least take this before you go. What is this? A dip pen? No, wait. It's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle. Gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, Monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey, don't call me fisherman. So that pen is important somehow. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it is time for the roll call. Is the defense not present? Tisk, such unprofessionalism. If there is no defense, then the trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Swan is guilty of murdering Major Howell, and of conspiracy to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that the trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end the trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes, in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You are a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done, and he'll know more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. The defense is present, Your Honor. You're late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor, yes. But Your Honor, rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France? Here? Apparently so. Louis Philippe. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see... You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, used light and, oh, pish posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred or without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the King testifying? No objections here. Go ahead with the trial. It's fine by me. And surely you would not stand in the way of the King, would you, Your Honor? Gah! Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you could skip ahead a little. Perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre? Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle du Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented Oros, which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Madames and Messieurs of the Court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is a testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthy... But I am the trustworthiness in all of the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve! Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Okay, so this is going to be a little... difficult. Especially since I wasted those 2 days. Let's try this again. Your Majesty, you said that you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor. Two things, though. Why did he take the rose, now that I think about it? But also... what to start with first? I think I will start with this one. Your Majesty, Prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves, because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Juan Querido is not the Prince of Spain. That's not a revelation, Falcon. It isn't? Of course not. We all know that the current ruler is Queen Regnant Isabella II, and that she has no children. The Queridos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed. But his name isn't even Juan. Juan Querido. I don't think the fox is Spanish. So what? So what? That's important. JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing murder and of conspiracy to kill the king. That is what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be Juan Querido or Bob Struney, for all I care. Really. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th. Well... Since we do have a motivation, though, it would kind of present... Yes, I guess. I found it curious that Major Howe snatched the rose before you could take it. Why did he do that? The Major has always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence to a royal guard. And given how he took the figurative bullet for me, I would say that he did his job well. Well, I can't argue with that. Dang it. No. Your Majesty, you say that you entered the Louvre from the south entrance. Indeed, we approached from the Hotel de Ville, so it was an easy riverside stroll. Did you see anyone suspicious, I guess? Did you see anyone or anything suspicious around the Louvre's entrance? Suspicious? I'm afraid not, monsieur. Just the regular riverside types, burgos, vendors, people who fish, and the like. I see. Shoot. This is not turning out too well. Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle de Thibri uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings, then moved on to the Grand Gallery. Can you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle de Thibri? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. Shoot. Most likely he didn't. If we just had more information. Just in case. I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose you have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me think. There was that giant doorstep, and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else, now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on their behalf. What? Did I say something startling, Prosecutor? No. Please continue, Your Majesty. Well, we already know who now we have something, but I'm not sure if we can help in this case yet. I think your prosecutor is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance in the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan. Oh. Probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Yeah. Mademoiselle... Cain? Cain! That sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think it was. She was called Mademoiselle Cain. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Cain gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. Now just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king just testified that the Major Howell ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolate was poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she was a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense. Implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why aren't end this trial? Hold on. I do have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why did you all of a sudden go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. Shoot. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Well, I still have the dignity. The result of whatever crackpot pseudoscientific experiment you have performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. So there's no way I can... I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Yay! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Objection! Then again, who hasn't wanted to do that since, well, you know what came out. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said that I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on the poisoned chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, see? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn the entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judge. I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served. I swear, you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. Ahem. This patient, Sparrowson, was admitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These include profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monkshood! I was right! Aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health profession, I believe the patient is to be clinically insane. We can skip that part. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falrat. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the King's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Wait, did you just say the King was here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examinate. Do your damned job, prosecutor. Examinate that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional, definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. Gah! So then what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. This poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous? A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link. A not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond a doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Aside from him... Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Well, that's convenient. Hello. You! Sparrowson, it is great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to this case. But what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness! Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioned that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we could beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Cain. I know that's not how you say it, but that's the only way I can think to say it for some reason. Like, as you can tell already. So that she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Cain is a possible suspect for the case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Cain as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan and not convict Mademoiselle Cain. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. Because I think he's going to try to now use her as a martyr or whatever. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Cain, and I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Kine, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to stop in the Salle de Tebris, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a big dog by the name of Major Howell was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant, as a flower seller. It was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect for love or the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur. I am confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt, and nobody else's. Even though that's not true. Yep. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook, like you. So shall we wrap this court session up? I feel like there's more I can ask. There has to be. No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe the mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Les ticket stubs. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs? Look at the names. Papa and Maman. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the fox. Then that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my own volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with the murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I loved. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. What a creative story! This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although, admittedly, this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a bizarre gambit. But in any case, these sort of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Kine, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder a king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract was suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. Heh, how convenient. Of course this supposed contract doesn't exist. The mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Kine? A link? Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say that with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with the Mademoiselle in the past. I know this because at this very moment I'm holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. The pen. At least that's the only thing I can think of. I hope it's the right thing. I know this pen belongs to Judge Romulus. That much is obvious. But if I were to present it right now, I would prove... shit. Oh, shoot. So one piece of evidence I don't have... Everyone take a look at this. This item... really? That's it? Oh... I don't have anything. I really don't. Shoot. Alright, so I'm gonna have to end this episode here because, well, for one, I'm running really late than I thought I would because I was just getting too much into the trial. But then two, I am lacking the crucial piece of evidence that I need. And I might have to redo those days. Because there's only one place I hadn't gone yet, and when I talked to the chocolate guy, I didn't have the chance to ask about the judge, who I did want to ask about, but I ran out of questions. So, because I have no other evidence and cannot proceed with this trial, I'm going to have to try to redo those days and see if I can't get any more evidence that would push it forward. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment if there's anything you liked, if you have any suggestions for the future. Subscribe if you want to see any videos from the past, present, and soon-to-be future. And I hope until next time, you guys make it a great day, and I'll be seeing ya later.